episode 4, and we are going to be talking about a whole bunch of fun topics. We're going to talk about arc raiders, we're going to talk about AI in games, but we're also going to have a huge debate on the Mount Rushmore of MMORPGs. But I had to bring the best panel to talk about these things, and the first one that's going to be coming and joining the stage is none other. My wife bought this. Blake, how are you doing? Repeat customer. How are you, brother?
I am doing excellent, my friend. I'm excited to speak all things MMOs, and here's a little teaser, my obligatory image starter right here. A little bit bop, bop, bop. So we'll be talking about some of this stuff in a little while.
Who's that square, dude?
Who is that? I don't know. We'll cover that in a little while. Don't worry, boys. Don't worry, boys.
And so Blake has another one for bringing graphics. So I'll give you start off with a strong 2 there. Next up is going to be the first-time guest, Sam. He's denied me 4 times, but no longer. What's up, Sam, buddy? How are you doing today?
Yeah, finally found a little bit of space in the schedule. You're welcome, everybody, for gracing this beautiful show with my presence. It's gonna be a ton of fun. I've been looking forward to this.
It's a little bit tough now. You know what I mean? Being CMO of a game studio is pretty freaking dang tough. I made the Mount Rushmore to get back at you though for the pick one. We also have Dub coming and joining back again. Dub, how are you doing?
I mean, clearly I have way too much free time is what realizing out the gate, but doing great, dude. It's a killer new year already. I thought we were going to do this last.
Couple points. You get a couple points for sure on this side of things. All right, but today we have a fantastic show. Again, we have a lot of things to talk about, but the first thing that we do on the show is to react to some trailers, and the first one we're going to be talking about today is going to be the Blood of Dawnwalker trailer. So for people that don't know what the Blood of Dawnwalker is a story trailer that just came out, but has some gameplay as well too, for like CD Projekt Red, ex-devs and all that stuff that worked on Witcher 3 and everything like that. But we're definitely going to rate it right now. What we're going to do here is we're going to talk about, hey, are you buying this at launch? Are you waiting for a Steam sale? Or are you just passing on the game entirely? So let's get right to it.
See how easy it is to put a little content warning?
They already did this before. This was Diablo.
Oh, the running shot. The iconic running shot.
I love a walking simulator.
That was it?
That was it.
But I do have some stuff prepared for you guys. I did also have like some of the gameplay that was on X, and this is what it looks like. But it looks exactly like Witcher 3.
I was gonna say, are we sure this isn't just a Witcher 3 mod?
Yeah, this is just an add-on. This is $9.99 on Saturday, available this week.
That's hilarious.
Oh, they chop all the limbs off though, dude.
Look at so much more than walking, huh?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
teleportation. That is literally so much more than walking.
So much.
Wouldn't you just fast travel? Isn't that
wow.
also the same?
Look at the shadows.
All right.
That was
Edition 33 is
tell me down
ruined
here.
all this stuff for me.
Yeah, exactly. Blake, what are you doing? You buying this on launch? Or are you waiting for a Steam sale? Or are you just passing on this?
I'm passing. I already played this game. It was Diablo. I saw the trailer like this like multiple years ago, and again, the actual gameplay footage that you're showing now is just Witcher. I already played that as well, so I'm good. We'll see you at the next game.
Witcher is fantastic, though.
It was good. It was good.
Don't you want to play more Witcher?
I'll just go back and play that one again. I already own that one.
Sam, what are you doing, buddy?
I didn't even finish Witcher, but I did try it. There's not a world in which you could get me to play this unless you're paying me.
The whole genre of games do that. All right, Dub, how about you?
That's great. I mean, like, I'll buy it on the next winter sale for 75% off.
Heck yeah, you will.
And I'll give it a whirl and then probably not play it again.
And just never play it ever again. It's just in the library with 0 playing hours. How about you, Nock?
The ball guy is cute.
Nice.
I am not playing this. Like, this to me looks like Assassin's Creed and The Witcher, and they took a bunch of things that they liked from the trailers of those games and like, fuck it, let's throw them all together.
Yep.
This is not exciting. This looks like we said, this looks like DLC for The Witcher 3. This is the remastered version DLC. Pick it up in December. Play it for 3 hours and go, no, I've played this game. I don't really want to play the rest of it.
Witcher 3 with an added teleport and you walk on walls. That's it. And
I will say the teleportation animation is sick.
Yeah, that was cool.
That is clean. I really do like that. And I'm wondering if there's like some vampire. Dawnwalker makes me feel like this is like some vampire game. That might
it is
change
a vampire game.
Okay, that might change it for me. If this is Underworld the game, then I'm buying this on release and I'm playing it nonstop.
Nice.
But from the look of it, it was just Witcher, but with vampires.
I personally would have bought it. So I'm one of those ones that are like against the panel on this one. I actually want to play this. I love Witcher. Any of those specific devs that are doing this and like have creative freedom and expression, I'm excited about this. And also like vampire specific Witcher sounds pretty freaking dope. But I guess Witcher is kind of like somewhat of a vampire in some ways too, in some of his like powers and stuff. Yeah, I know. So I guess
Peyton's
you
looking
guys
for that
are right.
sponsorship, dude. There's not a prayer, not a
we got-
prayer I'm paying anything for
Point
this.
Blank has not been sponsored yet. Please sponsor me. All right, so now we have Jurassic Jurassic Park Survival on this one. Blake actually sent this over to me and was like, "Hey, we should react to this one on the show." So let's do it.
If it's bad, do we give minus points to Blake?
Hey,
we'll get mine
I haven't
first.
watched it. I just heard Jurassic Park Survival Game, and I was like, I want to play this.
For this place, I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real.
I'm buying this.
Definitely the nostalgia feel.
I don't even need the rest of the trailer.
Can
I'm
anyone hear
in.
me?
Oh, really?
This is Dr. Maya Joshi. I've been left behind on Isla Nubla.
Is this going to be a survival game though, or is this going to?
The spoon, she kicks the spoon every
God.
time.
Everybody knows.
Dude, if this is like The Forest but with dinosaurs,
Anyone there?
That's
Sign me
That's
up.
that's what I was saying. That's
you gonna
exactly
give me
what I
a
was
dinosaur
saying.
horror survivor game? Yeah.
Please let me and my boys get wrecked by a T-Rex.
I got a prediction. This is going to be their competitor to Ark. Ark has been absolutely eating the
perfect.
dinosaur lunch. They're just going to make Ark with Jurassic Park theme.
I'm down. I'll play that reskinned version and check it out.
Yeah, this sounds
Crazy.
like pros only.
As long as the Raptors have AI, I'm cool with
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Imagine you and your boys getting wrecked by a pack of raptors.
Man, they did so much pandering on this.
Oh, here
Here
we
we
go.
go.
This is why it makes me think that this is not a survival game.
Yeah,
and that
you're
this
right.
is just a main protagonist.
Yeah, you're
Which,
right.
if that is the case, screw this game. I'm not
Yeah,
playing.
because then this is just Indiana Jones.
But what's
Jurassic.
in
Yeah,
cold
exactly.
storage? But what's in cold storage?
You're a
Right.
big
I'm gonna go learn more at JurassicParkSurvival.com.
yeah.
So the thing that like also, if you're going to put your name survival in the title, you have to be a
Yeah.
survival game. Like, there's no way that you should put this like as in like Uncharted or Tomb Raider, but for Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that looked sick. Am I the only one who thinks that looks fucking
No,
Yes.
it
awesome?
looks cool, but
Yes.
Like, I mean, Peyton's covering the big problem, though. It's like, if it is not a survival game, I'm not really interested in playing a single story campaign where I'm going through and just playing the game or playing the movie again. But if I'm surviving with my peeps, my boys, Arc Raider style in this world, I am 100% all in.
I would agree, but I don't know if that is like the next video of this, Blake, is like the like a docu like series of Maya.
Ugh.
and what are you
Yikes.
what are you collecting in your scenario? Like T-Rex
it's-
shin bones, and those are worth money
Dude,
in this
the-
world.
Just survive.
no.
bro.
The
Survive in
gameplay-
Jurassic Park is one of like the most.
I'm
coolest
reading this.
specific
I'm
things.
reading this on Steam. It is for sure Indiana Jones Jurassic Park.
Yeah, pass.
Which, listen, I'll run from dinosaurs. The most recent Jurassic Park, we watched the most recent Jurassic Park in theaters last year, and the one comment that I had was the running scenes were excellent. So if you can emulate the running scenes from that movie in a video game, and you give me 40 hours of running away from dinosaurs,
Stuff and make us want to play it as a video game. Like, I really enjoyed 30 seconds of being like, oh, I remember watching that part as a kid.
Yeah.
But do I want to spend like my next 3 weekends trying to fight through what's essentially going to be Tomb Raider with dinosaurs?
Yeah, I mean, we would
Probably
probably
not. I'm 33.
We would probably be excited just listening to the opening scene and hearing the music and just having the title flash and be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, it's just a,
Yeah.
it's a
The
low-fi
real-
I'll pay
simulator.
15 for that.
Jurassic Park game that is exciting is it came out in October. It was Jurassic World Evolution 3, and it was like Zoo Tycoon, but Jurassic Park. That was fun. I bought that. I bought it immediately.
That's
a great game. That's something you can sink 100 hours into. Maybe the running experience is not.
Nice.
No
I looked at that one, but I never bought it. So hearing that review, maybe I'll go check that one out because I mean I like sim games in general. So.
All right. Well, the next trailer is going to be a nice one. It's going to be from Blizzard, and I guess the only thing that is good from Blizzard nowadays is their trailers. So let's watch it.
Wow. Really set us up to be weighted on that opinion.
The path to domination is paved with the souls of the willing. Soon, all of Sanctuary will be bathed in hatred. And none shall escape the flood.
Paladin.
Yeah.
Mephisto, you shall darken the world no longer.
You know he's gonna swing a hammer, dude. You know those things are gonna be flying around the screen in the next 15 seconds.
What for? I love that.
That was a
perspective,
sick camera.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. That's yeah.
What a freaking scene, dude.
Savage.
Can stand against the inevitable.
Oh, he's happy about it.
Oh yeah, he is. You activated my trap card.
Playing Yu-Gi-Oh over here.
All of this in an itty bitty
So
package.
fire.
Diablo Immortal.
Don't you have phones?
Don't you have phones? Prepare for the reckoning. April 28th, guys. Are we buying this instant? Are we waiting for it to be on sale?
I pre-ordered
just
this,
based
and I
on
got
the-
the Paladin class already, and I am buying it instant. Are you kidding me? The Paladin is fucking crazy, dude. It is wild.
I mean, I'll watch the next trailer, but I've never bought.
Diablo clone. And Dub comes to me and says, yo, this game is so freaking sick. It's so amazing. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's
Totally
send it
unique.
to me. And it's completely Diablo 2. Just pretty much source code and all. I'm like, dude, this is not something. You have played Diablo, Dub. It's called Seraph.
No, that was Diablo 2 at home.
Just 10 years late. Yeah.
Yeah, just 10 years late on this. But
Yeah.
what about you, Knock? Are you getting this?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. One, Blizzard hammers the cinematics better than anybody else. If that was a movie,
Crazy.
I'd be going to watch this on
Yep.
release date. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
absolutely.
awesome. No better way to introduce a class that people have been asking for in the most hype way possible. Demonstrate a couple of the abilities in the class.
Yeah.
Show the most brutal kill I've seen in a trailer ever, ripping that demon in half, pulling it through the sword. Just absurd. Yeah, I'm buying it on day one. Diablo has not missed with their patches and their DLCs yet, and it's a lot of fun. You gave me the Paladin. You allowed me to get access to it earlier by just pre-purchasing the patch. Of course I'm playing it on day one.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. How about you, Sam? You getting this on launch day?
Dude, based off the trailer, you absolutely have to. These are the best trailers in the industry, hands down, period. And that includes League of Legends, that's responsible for spending $250 million on Arcane. So that says a lot. With that being said, I'm not a super big fan of Diablo 4. I loved 3. I loved 2 even more. I just keep feeling like we're straying further and further from God, and you putting the Paladin class in there isn't going to convince me otherwise. I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. I probably will buy it at some point, but it's going to be something I play just to say I touched it and I know what it's like, and then I'm
Right.
going to ignore it for another year.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Blake? Rounding you out, bud.
I mean, the easy go-to here is purchase it on day one, go through the campaign, watch every cinematic, every cutscene, and then drop it in the trash after that. Multiplayer is...
Game of the year to Overwatch in 2016. It's still the biggest robbery in gaming history. Sam, you sent this to me, buddy. Why don't you start us off? Do you believe that it was a robbery from Uncharted 4 losing to Overwatch in 2016?
Personally, I don't. Overwatch completely defined a category of games that didn't exist. Like, the hero shooter did not exist. The same year, though, Titanfall 2 came out, which is largely considered the greatest mech shooter to ever exist. And so there's a world in which that also got robbed. And then 2 that weren't even nominated, Stardew Valley and Dark Souls 3. So we possibly had, like, 4 snubs, but I think that realistically, Overwatch is still considered one of the best games in the world if you ignore 2 and just go back to all the stuff before they made those ridiculous promises that they weren't able to keep. So I think it was the right call for Overwatch to win. But Stardew Valley, I think they've sold like 50 million copies.
Yeah,
you could easily make a case there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Knock, what about you, buddy? You're a big guy. I saw you sing Titanfall. Not winning was also something that you were kind of nodding
even
your head.
remotely close to a snub. To Sam's point, at best, this game was 5th best game of the year. It was an incredible game. 2016 was just one of the best game years on record, at least as far as I can remember. Overwatch was a cultural phenomenon. They introduced AR roleplay to introduce new characters. They had people going to real life locations to find out information about the characters that they were delivering. It was a game that was so large it inspired a World Cup where talent from across the globe would represent their country and compete for a championship in Overwatch. It was a game that was so big it introduced the concept of esports leagues where billion-dollar organizations from traditional sports were buying $30 million slots to participate in the Overwatch League. It was the biggest game of the year. It's one of the biggest games of the decade. Because the game has gone downhill, does not change what that game was like in the first few years after launch. It was an incredible game. So was Uncharted. Let me be clear. Uncharted was an awesome game.
Fantastic.
But to Sam's point, Stardew was better. Dark Souls 3 was better. Titanfall, I will say, not better. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
But there was at least 3 or 4 titles above Uncharted in 2016. Overwatch is a category definer. It was a genre definer. It was an era definer. It was a game that sort of revived esports in a way that we hadn't seen it be revived in the last 15, 20 years prior. So no, Overwatch was Game of the Year 2016. It's also the biggest fumble of a developer in the last decade and a half for sure as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. To make it worse is that they had to wait for Marvel Rivals to come out to do anything. That sucks.
Yep.
It sucks as a community to feel like you're just getting snubbed and you want changes and then nothing happens. Dub.
Uncharted 4 is lucky to even be it's obscene. It's probably because PlayStation paid for the sponsorship and just wanted to put their title there, and that's why it's there. It's absurd to me. This post has been rage bait since it's been out, and it just makes me mad.
100% it's rage bait. But I would also say Uncharted's a fantastic game. I
nowhere near Game of the Year, and especially in a year of fucking GOATs that this was.
It's a fantastic game, and it is the best Uncharted they ever made by far. They also tried to add multiplayer. If multiplayer didn't suck, it would have been probably Game of the Year because it never really was able to bridge that gap. What I will say, though, is it might be Game of the Year because if you use the Dougie animation for Nathan Drake, that's actually my brother doing the mocap. So,
That is sick. That is sick.
And
Awesome.
that's where the show comes out, ladies and gentlemen. I knew.
Yeah, there it is. The plug.
That's definitely,
Give me some of his points. That's insane.
Can we add in a video of him doing that at some point in here?
-2 for
I do
for
have that
Sam
somewhere.
to
Yeah,
show
we
it.
got to add that for
And
sure.
then I'll give it to Dub because Dub said that he wanted his points.
Yeah,
all right,
that's
and then
right.
Blake, round us out here, man. Overwatch.
I hate to be the last guy for this one because I can't even argue with any of the points being made. Uncharted 4, all respect to Nathan Drake, but Overwatch absolutely crushes that. Everybody discussed it is a genre-defining game. It is. You even said it's sad that Marvel Rivals had to come in and shake things up, that they couldn't just keep the gravy train running because as Knox said, the ability to actually start a sport basically around your game that had countries being represented, groups being represented, people clamoring to represent certain areas was amazing, and watching that felt like you were a part of something. There's been no other esports game where I got in and I actually picked a team that I wanted to continue rooting for. I had favorites during the Dota series, I would have different teams. I'd kind of mix around for different players, but I picked teams when I was watching the Overwatch leagues that I wanted to see them succeed, and I would buy their skins based on that, and I'd be all yellowed out Tracer and all this stuff because I wanted to support a certain group. So yeah, Overwatch by far not even close. No
Love
snub
that.
at all.
No snub at all. And then also the shill of
Yes, there we go.
sick. That is pretty freaking sick.
Yeah,
I'm losing points for that.
Oh, all right, switching gears here for this, we have a pretty meaty topics, and the reason why I wanted to have this meaty topic conversation is that all of us have been in the gaming industry now for the last 3 years. We've worked at game studios, we've worked at different types of things, and we kind of know the ins and outs of these kind of decisions that happen around this. And so what I wanted to first talk about is the first article, which is Arc Raiders hits 12 million copies sold as it tops 3.2 million DAU, which is freaking absolutely insane. But the one thing that they have been is they've been very
2 million people are playing like all during that day, and they have paid this. This is not a free-to-play game. You have to purchase this game. I mean, that is like telling you that people are all on board. Like, the narrative always has to change somewhere. It is changing with Arc Raiders. Like, it will continue to change. People are going to break down the walls for all of this AI nonsense, and they are going to show how to utilize it in the game perfectly to your advantage. They're going to keep generating things in the world. They're going to keep generating like bosses, content that is going to always refresh itself because of these changes and these things that are adapting to the game. I am so excited for at least minimum 5
people who 100 years ago would have complained that cars were stealing jobs from horses. I think that this is like the advancement of technology. It's an improvement. And I think nuance matters, right? The way that they are leveraging AI matters. This isn't a team like Call of Duty who is selling you AI slop as an expansion pack or as a microtransaction. This is a team who leveraged new technology to create better NPCs, better AI components within the game, things that you'd have to fight, to the point where they are leveraging AI in a way that allow other devs to create better NPCs with in-game experiences. This isn't Call of Duty selling you a banner that 4 people and $20 worth of credits on Claude spun up and then put in the game as a microtransaction. The nuance matters here. AI is not all bad. And if you hate AI because it's AI, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I can tell you the AI is getting better or I'm getting dramatically worse, because last night, that Rocketeer was on me like white on rice, dude.
Struggling.
It was freaking rough, dude. I'm like, dude,
Rocketeers,
how the frick do
I
I
have
get the freaking
nightmares
out of here?
about Rocketeers, dude. They hunt me down. You can't run away from them.
Space Jesus is no joke. Space Jesus is no joke, my friend.
Absolutely not, dude. I don't know. We limped to the extraction point, dude. We had like freaking a bar, like a little bar of health.
I mean, we were screaming into our mics for random people to help out, and then we're celebrating on the dead body as the random people came out from the woodworks to help us.
Yes, it was definitely a tale of us convincing people to kill it for us, because we were definitely on free loadouts. Sam, I have a different question for you and Dub, actually. One of the things that they've implemented and they have been publicly about is that they don't do skill-based matchmaking. They do behavioral-based matchmaking, which is talking about how you actually play the game. So if you're going to be PvPing quite more, you're going to be put into lobbies that people PvP. Like, is that a very innovative way to use AI? And is there any other things that you guys have seen in the specific AI space that, you know, that's pretty freaking innovative?
Yeah, I think behavior and skill-based matchmaking are two things that we're going to see a ton of. And honestly, behavior not just from play style, but being able to take all of the toxic people and putting them into their own lobby is like a fucking manna from heaven. I mean, can you imagine lobbies of nothing but just the most toxic people having to eat their own medicine that they've been delivering to everybody else? That is the true punishment that we've been waiting for. Anybody can get banned for a weekend and be like, whatever, I'll come back next weekend. It is a special layer of hell to have to do nothing except for play with people that feed down mid lane, play with people that hurl insults about your mother and use racial slurs. Like, enjoy that, buddy, and see if you're still playing the game in 6 months. I absolutely love that. AI Anti-Cheat also better be coming to save us, because our tolerance for dealing with this kind of stuff is going to go down to needs. Are going to learn an extremely tough lesson about capitalism, which is, if something makes a process much more affordable for a company or a process significantly better, they will do it, and they do not care what you think. That's why we have sawdust in our Parmesan cheese. That's why beaver anal glands are recognized as natural flavoring, which is a real thing. You can look it up.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to care as long as we keep having situations like this where it disproves the stigma. You can have a super high quality game despite AI being a big part of the process.
Yeah, and it absolutely improves the experience of the game as well, too.
I can't wait to hear our first stories of people rebuying the game on a new account because they fucked up their algorithm so bad they don't even want to join their own lobbies. They're like, I just got to restart. Fuck.
I need to restart.
Yeah, that's more capitalism, baby. Just more $40 game in there just to restart your account is freaking nuts. All right, round us out on this topic, and then we're going to talk about cock-a-doodie.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird. The behavioral matchmaking thing is like their biggest thorn in their foot right now, actually, because Arc Raiders can't decide if they want to be a skill-based game or a casual game. It seems like the devs aren't standing there and planting a flag and saying we're a casual game. And the reason why that's a thorn is because if it's a casual game, behavioral matchmaking makes a ton of sense.
Right.
But everyone in the community or all the content right now is around skill-based and doing tournaments, and that's where it needs to switch to skill-based matchmaking, which they're not doing today. So it's a weird scenario that I didn't think they expected to end up in, but being able to switch and pivot would be cool if they come out with some sort of op in a day, which is we don't want to see. And
they also do have like the player liquidity though to be able to handle both, right? And I think that's like the big thing here is that the behavioral matchmaking as well as skill-based matchmaking to layer that on top of each other requires also a lot of player liquidity, which they seem to have. And so they do have like that. But if you only have like 20 people playing your freaking game, they're going to be playing together, right?
Don't worry, we got 3 million. Don't worry, we got 3 million. Don't worry, boys.
No, that is something to worry about because at the end of the day, is their studio ready to handle that? And I don't think they are. They're probably sprinting to grow and scale and match capacity to what they're hitting.
Brother,
right now,
they've
but
scaled 3.2 million DAU, 12 million copies sold. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about operations on the ops side to be able to service those 3.2 million.
I don't have any issues at all. I get all my stuff back when I'm playing against somebody that hacks. Like
the people, which they do have. Player count plummets to historic lows. Overtaken by VR Chat and Dead by Daylight. Yeah, got to put some respect on Dead by Daylight. That's like more of a negative tone. But in terms of this aspect, Black Ops and Call of Duty as a whole has been kind of just taking some licks over the last like couple years, I would say, in terms of the launch. And then we have a whole bunch of people that are like just kind of revolting against this. My question to the panel here, and we'll start with Blake here, is this a product of like people not trusting Call of Duty, or is the game just bad?
I mean, to be honest, I haven't. You want to start with me, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So, so from the like all of the like showcases I've seen of the game, it doesn't look like it's cooler than anything that I've seen in years and years. In fact, it's becoming actually like a meme. It's becoming like laughable now. Like it started out as like a serious kind of like fast-paced shooter, and now it's like they've thrown in so many weird modes and like all these different things. I think it's like actually becoming like comical. Like I don't know. You just need to like reset. We have to give up on like Black Ops title. Like we have to go with something completely different now because you have run it into the ground. I think the fact that like it literally is Black Ops 7 is already telling you that we're doing something wrong. Like you're not even skipping like multiple years for some new feature. You're just new year, ship, and like nothing seems to be like improving. And the fact that like hackers in every single game are like ruining it over and over and over again, like solve that before you put on like the next version, and maybe you'll be able to retain some players. Like you're done. Like you're dying here now. Like I think you just shutter it all together and come up with something new.
Right. In terms of that, they probably still make quite a bit of money though. Like
they do. They do.
You know what I mean? It's like, do they just kind of like let the burner specific go and just be like, I'm just going to ship the same thing? Or do they just go straight up to like, hey, this is Black Ops, and then just go to a live service and just like keep it forever into that, right? Like there's a whole bunch of like FIFA modes and FIFA games that are just like, hey, this is FIFA, and you can just buy as like packs open when it comes down to it. Sam, what do you think about this, man? Is like Call of Duty right now probably just toast, or like what do they need to come back from this?
I'm really inclined to say that they'll be fine because there's this, principle in life where the longer that something has been around, the more likely it is to stay around. But the cope with Call of Duty for the longest time has been wait for the Treyarch one. This was the Treyarch one. There is no Treyarch game coming to save you anytime soon, and it sucks. And guess what? The next two are probably going to suck as well. And there's a big problem in gaming right now where if you ask kids, why do they play Fortnite? Why do they play Roblox? The answer is always the same. Because my friends play it. And Call of Duty is putting themselves in a position where it's becoming more and more likely that people go, my friends aren't playing it anymore, and so I'm going to go play something else. They're not doing it because it is the best experience they can possibly get. They're doing it because their friends are online and they want to play with their friends. And as soon as that goes away, which happens faster than you would think, they are cooked. We had a topic on my show many, many times about, is this going to consume Battlefield, or is Battlefield going to consume it? And Battlefield won. Nobody thought Battlefield would win. Battlefield is absolutely crushing this iteration of Call of Duty. That being said, there might not be the same level of competition next year. I do think people will continue to give Call of Duties a try. I do think they have enough money to make a good game. Feet between you and another player, because there's so many things blocking it off. They've just completely abandoned an entire player segment that has moved on to other things. And so now they're losing another player segment. And you can only do that so many times before nobody's left, man.
Yeah, it really is like just completely demise. I saw one. I was trying to find it while you were talking.
Pull up a video of like the quick scoping problem in that game right now. Like it is like laughable. It's not. It's like right click shoot with a sniper rifle like being used in like every single aspect. I'm like, there's nothing even close to realistic about this anymore. We're either running in with like double shotgun and pistols, or we're like quick scoping on like a sniper rifle.
Boys,
and we're getting like
there are a
kills.
lot of problems with Call of Duty. Your inability to keep up with the kids playing it is not working. Listen, just get good at the game. You know what I mean?
Get good.
Listen, here's the problem with Call of Duty. These games are on a 4-year development cycle, right? Treyarch built this game. They built Black Ops 6. They built them on a 4-year development cycle. The problem is, over the course of that 4-year period, they were working on Black Ops 6. They touched Black Ops 7. They touched Modern Warfare 2, the remake of the original Modern Warfare 2. They touched Modern Warfare 3. They worked on Vanguard. So sure, it's a 4-year cycle, but when your studio is split up against 5 or 6 or 7 projects over the course of that 4-year period of time, you're not working on anything. You look at what happened with Battlefield, and the inverse happened. Battlefield releases a game a few years ago. The game flops. Doesn't do well. It looks bad for the Battlefield franchise. Teams leave. Part of that team went out and built Arc Raiders. But they learned something. They said, hey, we should slow things down. We should strip things back. We should give the team time and create them freedom to build this title. And they delivered the most recent Battlefield, which is taking Call of Duty's lunch. Call of Duty has said, we will not be releasing back-to-back titles from the same franchise any further. So you won't have a Black Ops 6 into 7 anymore. They've also said we're revisiting timelines. We're revisiting how long each game takes to make. We're revisiting the way that those games are made. I think what you're seeing here is a game that underdelivered, a game that was full of AI slop from microtransactions. You combine those two things together with the fact that with Battlefield looked incredible, and now you have this inflection point for Call of Duty. They need to make a 4-year dev cycle, focused on the game, not focused on 56 other things that they have to deliver. That's the problem with Call of Duty, not that you suck. Quick scoping has been around since 2006.
That hurts. You're at 18. You're down to 16 now. And so, yeah, that just hurts. I know it's true, but it still doesn't feel good. Dub, what do you think, buddy?
Dude, it's crazy how we're all sitting here nodding our heads yes when Knock comments on studios and operations, but when I say something, we all just fucking lose our mind.
Talking about Arc Raiders, which is money.
Oh, clearly that worked great, Dub.
We have
clearly
money,
building for the next generation worked out fantastic. You're right.
You're right.
Dub, sorry, finish your
Yeah.
No,
Continue.
you're right. It's a bummer, dude. I think the only thing that I want to see from them is to do like just pure remakes of existing titles. I do want to go back to COD 4 and play that. I would go back and play the Modern Warfare 1 and 2 if they just like remastered it or something. Like take a note from Bungie and how they did it with Halo and how they put it all into one offering and shipped it that way. And I think it's time for them to look at that business model rather than Dead on Arrival, Black Ops, Roman, Call of Duty.
No, Blake's point is reasonable, though, because the same can be said for Overwatch. But how many Overwatch characters can you mention?
Yeah, but can
Winston,
you name a Fortnite
Tracer.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you what the main 3 look like. You know?
But I think the difference
I could
is
tell
like,
you 74 dances that came out of it.
if you look at all of the the war
by Matt Stefanini.
games, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you can't name a single character in Battlefield. You don't know the story or the main line. I think the problem with Call of Duty is not that we're getting older, and it's not that the IP is fading. It's that the game, which is meant to be a PvP gunplay game, sucks at what it does, which is PvP gunplay. It's terrible. It feels bad. People are flying on walls. That's a problem. And I think some of the things that they've done in the past have been a departure from what people are accustomed to. But when the game overall doesn't work, when you